just that feeling where I'm like, I know I'm locked in.
Oh, well, that thing he just gave it to us.
Okay.
When you're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So
I
I'm
think
like,
when you're dating, when you know you got the one, you're like, it's like I think about like getting a car. You found that car, you're like, no, this is the one. I'm good. I'm not looking for another car. I'm locked in.
locked in.
Yeah. So I like this. I done checked it out. I looked at the research, how many miles it get. I like the shape. I'm already attracted to it. Down the inside, the leather's working. I'm feeling this. I'm cool. That's not a car, but this works for me.
There's nothing wrong with having trauma. We all do. You need to do something about it. Come on, unpack the trauma with it.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay, I'm in the game.
So her love language is physical.
And that wasn't even her love language.
But she gave you your love language.
And that did it for me.
Okay, now I know I'm trying to help y'all on the subject. So if you take the love language test, most people think it's like, oh, see, my love language is physical touch, or what's the other one? Give me
physical touch, quality time.
So if it my physical touch, quality time. See, I'm giving. Then they start doing it. Like I'm giving a physical touch. I'm giving a quality time. No, that was your love language. They supposed to be doing that to you.
Right.
Oh, and it gets. Oh, so that's how you know that you feel love.
Yeah.
That's not her.
So I have to learn.
So I'm giving that to her, and like she's not accepting it. That wasn't her. That was your love language.
Right.
Hers was acts of service.
You know,
words of affirmation. She's like, oh, so did you help her with her car today? No, I figured she'd do it herself. With the kids, you just went and had the bath water ready for her when she got home. You made sure and she's like, oh, that really made me feel good. That was hers. You never do that.
Right.
And you never tell her she looks pretty. You're like, oh, I thought so people must understand that.
Yeah, so people that don't understand that's the premise is that we have all five. They just might be in different orders. How people receive love.
Yes.
And we naturally love people. We naturally show love the way we receive.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean that's how they receive.
That's how they receive.
That's why you could do the most for somebody. Well, if you read the book, the man was like, your wife wants a divorce. And he was like, what? I pay the bills. I do all this stuff around the house and this, that, and the other. What you mean?
She got a car.
That's how you show love. She wants you to spend some time.
Yeah. And that's how Ray Ray creaked in.
Yeah. That's why you have a lot of. That's why you have a lot of work.
Oh no, that's how that. What you call a bench? That's how the bench warmer. That's how the bench warmer got in. He said, I got time for you.
Ooh, now you dip it.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
That's how the bench warmer got in.
Come on.
Because bench warmers are always watching what you ain't getting.
Exactly.
And they feel that need for it.
And they can sabotage your relationship.
Evil demons, if you watching,
they can sabotage your relationship.
They sure can. Yeah.
A lot of them work husbands and work wives and stuff like that.
Stop saying that too.
Yeah,
they do say yes.
You only got one husband with Steven Johnson.
Yeah, I know that's
What's on your last name?
And like he listened. Why is he listening to you?
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, that's another subject. Okay, all right. So now, what about? Do you think? Say you have a kid, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you talk about your kids on the first date?
I would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how would you introduce that?
For
those who have kids,
I would tell them,
because I think a lot of women hide it. Don't hide that.
No,
that's part of it. If God don't want you for your kids, it's part of who you are. Anyway, go ahead.
Like I said, I would ask, if they had any children, get the ages.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I might even ask if they're, how's the relationship with their father.
Hello, that'd be my number one.
Yeah, because that
is he cool? Is he cool? Because I got to be fighting him on
that does affect the relationship, or can have effect on a relationship.
Exactly.
I've done both. I've dated women where most of the women I've dated with children, the dad wasn't around at all. I've noticed that the child naturally gravitates towards me.
Okay.
Because I'm a male figure that they didn't have. I'm really good with kids anyway, so even when I've dated women who have their children and the dad is still in the picture, I'm very strategic with that. Like, that child will never be able to go back to the father and said, I said something out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, like you said, trying to be fighting people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
When they are having issues, her and him,
Mm-hmm.
I handle it in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where I support you, but you gotta can't just be like, yeah, he ain't right. Woo woo woo. You know what I mean? Stirring up. No, it works a lot better if everybody get along.
If it, oh, Lord, everything works better when you get along.
I
So
mean,
would you? So do you think it's good for people to meet the kids too early, and then the kids to create abundant
you
relationship with you,
yeah, I know what you
a,
mean.
a bond with you,
Bond.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then now they got so when y'all break up, they break up too. So what do you think when is it appropriate to bring the kids in?
I kind of feel like you was uh spying on my whole conversation this week.
Oh,
I
you know,
only
because I'm good at what I do. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
he don't often do it, but when he do it, he
Well,
real
when I
good
do
at
it, I'm good at what I do. Yeah, you better ask somebody. All right,
Put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on that
Dr. K.
This ain't no box doctor. This is the real deal.
doctor, right?
All right,
Come
go
on
ahead.
now. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
okay.
No, so I was just talking about that. And
Mhm.
for me, it's always been about the potential that I see.
Okay.
There's people ain't never met my kids or my family.
Which I think is good.
No, yeah,
A
for
lot
sure.
of studies say they shouldn't.
Yeah, no.
Because
That's
they
how
gonna
you
ask
know.
like, where's so and so?
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't together no more. Oh, I really like them.
Right. And that's how you know
Mhm.
how I feel about the situation when you know.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Are you dating again now?
I am.
Okay. How's before I get arrested? How's that going? How's that going, Mister Dating on the Man, dating again?
It's going great.
Are you dating multiple people or one person?
One person.
Ooh, that boy asked too many questions. Okay.
One person, no.
Okay.
No, one
Okay.
person. But you know, when we first met, we were single and we kind of talked about that.
Mhm.
Like, you know, what is dating for you? You know, and we both were in the standpoint of like we're gathering information. Like there might be a couple of people that we hanging out with. So that was talked about.
Okay. Had received from her as well. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was actually interesting, you know, because I at the time
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really actively seeing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she was.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, when you ask questions too, you better make sure you ready for answers.
Yeah, that's that's facts. Before I go next, you were saying I was hitting on something about the kids. So when do you bring the kids into the picture? Because sound like you're the type that you ask so many questions, you got to know the person. You just don't bring your kids around anybody. You've already thought this could work.
They've been vetted.
You vetted. So what when will you know like, hey, you know what, I think I need this might be getting serious. I need to have them meet the kids or I meet her kids if they have kids.
Yeah, there's not like a time frame. You know, I can't give you a specific time frame.
Uh-huh.
It's just that feeling where I'm like, I know I'm locked in.
Oh, that he just gave it to us.
Okay.
When you're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So
I
I'm
think
like-
when you're dating, when you know you got the one, you're like, you know, it's like I think about like getting a car. You found that car, you're like, nah, this is the one. I'm good. I'm not looking for another car. I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah. So you know, no, I like this. I done checked it out. I looked at the research, how many miles it get. I like the shape. I'm already attracted to it. And inside, the letters working. I'm feeling this. I'm cool. That's not a car, but this works for me.
For sure.
That's how you feel like you're locked in?
Yeah, this car brings value to my life.
Mm-hmm. You see how I put that locked in, y'all? So that's how I locked in. It's gonna be a bunch of cars, but you know that one car, like, man, I like this. Looks good. Another car, that's like a car. But I like my car.
I like how you said that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of cars out there.
There's a lot of cars. They look good, but I like
They
this
all
one.
drive.
The seat fits me right. I like this one. It look good. They said, what's mine? How about mine? That looks good.
Right.
But I'm actually cool with mine. So I like mine.
Sure,
I'm locked in on this.
Yeah.
This is my baby here. I'm wiping it off every day. This is my car.
I take care
I
of
take
it.
care of this one, right?
I'm invested.
Right. Okay. I just gave y'all something. All right. That's how you know you're locked in. And that's how you'll know if she locked in or he locked in. Because when you locked in, you ain't looking for nobody else. It's always going to be somebody look better than the other person. Always be someone that got something different than the other person. Yeah. Right. So that's a good point to know. All right. So now if we get to the other part, I need you to help us with, I'm going to call you Dr. Steve on this. How to avoid common pitfalls. Like, what do you think about avoid comparing the new dates or relationships to your ex-spouse?
Excellent.
Okay.
Don't do it. I know we're human and you might just naturally do it in your mind or whatever, but deal with each individual as an individual.
You hear that? What if she like, oh my God, you remind me my ex, he do the same things. Or you remind me of my ex, you do the same thing.
Right.
Should we stay away from that conversation?
We should stay away from those conversations, right?
Mhm.
But I'm such an open conversationalist
Mhm.
that necessarily wouldn't bother me,
Mhm.
depending on the context.
Mhm.
That's why you have to know who you're with.
Mhm.
Somebody that I link up with and feel aligned with, we have similar communication styles where like
Mhm.
saying that wouldn't be like, oh, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You just have to know. Some people like don't want you to mention the ex at all.
Oh, yeah, and I mean like more like compare like what? Okay, flip it with somebody like, you know what? My ex always would pick the kid. I would always uh try something to make it simple. My ex would always open the door for me. You don't. Well, I'm not your ex.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that comparing now, I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to replace somebody, not have
right.
my own individual.
You definitely, I would not say that.
Okay,
If you just like somebody to open the door for you, just say that.
just say that.
Don't say my ex used to open. Okay, well you probably could go.
You probably go find them.
Yeah,
They like they was a good one.
yeah,
You probably
yeah.
maybe I was probably let you reveal that you had the one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Okay.
Men or women, please.
What about if they say, you raise your voice? You just like him. You get some say you raise your voice. I don't know if you're about to do something.
Ooh.
What about that?
That's why we was talking about that next episode, that conflict resolution.
So like for instance, like because that's why if you heard the beginning of this broadcast, if you're not emotional available, if you still have not healed from that. And so the other person can pick up where you didn't finish. Now they take on the other person, meaning like, so when they raise their voice, you assume it mean the same thing the other person. They might just speak loud. Now you think they're being confrontational. Now, and so that means you maybe not emotionally available because you still haven't healed because y'all got the heated arguments, or you and her got the heated arguments. So you want to make sure you're emotionally available because you don't want them responsible for somebody else's mistake. And so you don't want to, so you want to ask them, like, I know you raising your voice. What does that mean?
There you go.
It could mean saying, but ask them, what does it mean? And then what you say, we go back to what Steven said in the beginning. What did I say? And what did you hear?
So I like that you said that because you have to talk through it. We're not robots. You're not going to always get it right. So talk through that thing. Whatever you heard or that trigger, like say somebody raised their voice. And if that's a trigger for you, wait till things calm down and revisit that. Like, hey, when you said this to me in that manner, it made me feel this.
Right.
And be vulnerable where you can tell them where it came from.
That's good.
It might be a few different places.
He's helping y'all. This is therapy 101. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Might be from a few different places. Maybe my parents talked to me like this, or maybe I was in this abusive relationship and they would do this. So when I saw you do that, it automatically took me back there. And allow them to talk to you and explain to you why they do that. Because a lot of times they do that because of trauma that they've been through.
Right. That's true.
You're helping each other unpack trauma at that point.
Right. I love that. So you definitely got to find that person where you can just like really have those conversations. And I love that you almost talking like using the I statement when we talk about conflict resolution. Hey, I'm feeling this way. I feel like this. And then allow them to defend that, to explain what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. But so go ahead.
It's hard in the heat of the moment. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. And I told you that's why I will step away. But I'm even perfecting that where I got to tell them why I'm stepping away. I can't just step away.
How long you step away for?
For me, it don't take long. I'm just basically want to cool. Like if the pot is bubbling, and let me take the lid off, let some of that heat up, and then we can let it boil some more. But I don't want it to get too hot because I don't like myself angry. I don't want you to be angry. We shouldn't be operating out of anger.
Right.
Because at that point, it's just a bunch of ego. You know what I mean?
Right.
And emotion. We not even really hearing each other.
Right.
We matching each other's energy.
Right.
And we going there. You know that time when you feel it like, oh, okay, all right, then.
Yeah, we going there.
Let's go. There ain't nothing healthy about that. There ain't nothing healthy about that.
Nothing. Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all just cutting up, and y'all probably wounding each other. You got to come back and do a lot of apologizing.
And I like what you said at the beginning. So I gotta make like a shift. I gotta do things different in this new relationship. I can't do the same things. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over. Doing the same thing over and over again is insanity. And expecting different, especially you want different results, right? And so you guys, what do I need to do different this time? So I won't have these same, situations. Because we, like you said at the beginning, divorce is so painful and horrible. You don't want it again.
Right. Why would you want to do the same thing? And so this time around, because we're talking about dating after divorce, this time around, do it different. It takes a lot of communication. Talk through that thing. Anything that's bothering you in a relationship.
You know what's bothering me in the relationship right now? There's somebody turning the AC on. It is cold outside. It got cold in this studio. Hey, man. Listen, all right. But anyway, God is good. Listen, studio and got it freezing out. Listen, I was like, what, Lord? Okay, so what, so again, would you talk about, okay, this is good. Would you talk about your ex on the first date?
I would try to avoid it. Yeah. Like I said, you could talk about situations and just leave, be more general.
Okay.
Be more general.
Because people are like, well, you divorced, how long we married? Okay. Then don't go make the whole date about that person.
That's exactly how it was when I, for us, because we both were divorced. So it was like, we addressed the monkey.
You know what catch my attention? If I was dating and someone, I was on a marketing end, thank God I'm not, and they were divorced. I said, okay, what happened? And they started, well, the other person did all this. And they just said about the other person, don't say anything about themselves. Like okay, that'd probably be my last date. Because you took no responsibility. And it makes me think like, okay. If that person's like, you know what? We both made mistakes. I could have did better. It just didn't work out. He said stuff. I said some stuff over time. So, okay, I could deal with that. Yeah. So
even if it's you saying, like, even if that person was doing stuff wrong in the marriage, and even if you said, you know what, I could have left sooner.
Yeah.
That's taking some accountability.
Yeah. I learned from this. I want to do better. I want to be married. And I think that's important. All right. So now, we're going to look at another part. Rejection is normal. Now you're dating again. Is rejection part of dating that you will get rejected sometime?
Yeah, absolutely.
How would you encourage somebody that goes through that?
You are not for everybody.
Oh.
And everybody is not for you.
He already said it. Well said.
So when it's not, don't look at it as rejection. Look at it as redirection.
That's even good.
And it used to kill me sometimes when you tell somebody like, yeah, this is not working for me. Like, I don't want to continue this relationship. And then they turn on you and get vicious. Oh, you was just you, all this stuff. So you want me to just stay with you even though I'm not feeling this? That's what you want? That's ridiculous. Why would you want to be with somebody that's telling you they don't want to be with you?
Yes, but they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, like, you gave up too quick. No, I kind of know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
I kind of know where we're going. This is like if you're driving somewhere and like you gave too. No, I kind of know where we're going. The map shows me we're gonna probably end up in Houston, and I don't want to go to Houston right now.
Right.
But just try. I mean, try where? I mean, I want to go.
I know where I want to go.
I'm going to New Orleans, and
I know where I want to go.
I know where I want to go.
And this is showing me that we leading somewhere I don't want to go.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong that you want to go to Houston. We're just two different people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Your road is not a bad road.
It's not a bad. It's just not my road. Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
I don't want to go that road. Hey, can we, like Molly King said, can we just be disagreeable without being violently disagreeable?
Right.
Yeah, and then back in the Rodney King area, can we all
just get along?
Okay, all right. Yeah, that was for the old school that dated me again. All right, so this is good. This is
great.
Y'all, this is great. It's great, Steve.
Yes.
You think we helping people, Steve?
I hope so.
Okay, all right. So now, what about the next part? I got different little subjects here. So know what you want, like defining your goals. So I mean, are you looking for a casual companionship,
right?
A serious relationship, or I'm just kind of exploring? But I think you should be clear about your intentions to another person.
Be known.
Okay, what do you think about that? To avoid any confusion, right?
For sure. Okay. Let that be known. You might be in the initial stages of dating again after a divorce, and you don't want something serious. You might just want some companionship.
Yeah, because I'm still afraid right now. And it's good to tell, like, I'm just dating because I miss going to dinner, but I haven't been healed. but we can just date. I can accept that.
Absolutely.
Then going like thinking we all in get like, oh, and I'm done. Oh, I didn't really want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know,
For
they go back to that question the lady asked, say, man, what are your intentions?
Yeah.
Everybody got upset.
Or maybe
It was bad.
It's okay if you haven't gathered enough data about that person too. Be like, you know what? I do like you. I care about
Right.
you and the time that we spent. You know,
Right.
I'm not seeing right now a committed relationship.
Oh, okay. Now you gotta be careful. You say
got-
right. When you say right now, they mean like, but we still dating. See, I was like, because they said, what about later on? Like, you know what? It ain't gonna never work with us.
Yeah, if you know,
I think
if
you need to be
know
honest
that,
because sometimes you say not right now. Like, okay, we just hanging out. Do you feel like we there now? Oh, you thought me like right now, like in a few months? No, see, I think that's being too nice.
okay,
See what I mean?
okay.
If you said like you played me, we still hanging out together,
Mm-hmm.
but you said not right now. So, and then I feel like you done fell somebody, date somebody else, and you all in love, y'all locked up. Like, what happened? I thought we were. No, I just told you what. I know it meant that, but we've been still hanging out.
So at that point that you know that you don't want to go down that road, then you should let the person know. That's kind of where I was coming from.
Especially,
like, I don't know
you
enough
start dating
data.
somebody else, and they're like, "Oh, you know, I'm dating another person." But you said not right now. Oh, I meant not real. I should never told you not real. For, like it was gonna be a different time.
Right.
Should have told you. I should have been more honest. It ain't never be us.
And that should be too. Again, do we date? Are we dating
Casually
right away?
Yeah.
Do you date one person at a time, or do you know?
Yeah. So I to me, I think honesty is the key in dating. I have a cousin. He probably don't watch this anyway. But in Texas, when I went to my brother's wedding, you know, one of his weddings back in, you know, and so he said, "Cuz I date plenty of women." He said, "I said he is hilarious. He was an older cousin." I said, "Well, how do you feel about it?" He said, "To be honest," I said, "I tell them I date multiple people, and they like." I asked, "How do you feel?" He said, "Well, most of them like. Sometimes they cuss me out." He said, "But then." He said, but then some, see, they cool, they know. But he said, but I'm honest.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, even though his morals are not my morals, but I respect his honesty.
Yes.
I said, that's deep. At least he's honest. He's telling you, I've got several women I date, and that's how I get down.
I respect a woman that can tell me, like, yeah, there are 2 other people that I spend time with.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't feel it's right for me, then I can remove myself from the situation.
Right.
Or I might, you know.
Yo, don't cheat me thinking we both at the same space. And then realize, you know, you got everybody stopping at your house and I came on the wrong night. And, you know, I was trying to bring some flowers and somebody's door. Like, oh, this is my other friend. What? How many friends you got? I'm be heated. But that's why you got to ask those questions.
You got to ask those questions. People don't have the hard conversations.
Yes.
And assume.
Because they're afraid if I ask too much, it might not work out.
Exactly.
Then they don't supposed to work out.
Right.
Anyone gets so upset, listen here, and they just mad. They ask the wrong question. I think they say I pushed them away. No, they didn't want you. Right. You can't push nobody away they wanted you. It's just game. That's all it is.
I think I heard you say something. Don't be desperate.
Oh yeah, that is yes.
That's being desperate. Where you know you scared of losing somebody. Don't be scared.
And you're so scared of losing somebody that you don't show up to be your true self.
Exactly.
And so I had a person one of the clients I counseled went through a bad divorce. I said, are you being your true self? I think I am, which I still don't believe they were. I say, because you don't end up saying relationship again where your needs don't get met and all their needs get met. Be your true self. Then you show up late, like, then you toss them out the side. They just don't do what I want, but they thinking they fulfilling all your needs and they're not.
Yeah.
That's not cool.